afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're joining us from. I want to say a big welcome to you all. Welcome to GirlTech Africa and welcome to today's webinar series, which is focused on ecotech warriors, girls pioneering sustainable solutions, right? For today, we have gathered speakers, ladies who are leading the way, leveraging technology in solving problems within their community, both in and outside of Nigeria, from their innovative projects down to their great groundbreaking initiatives. Our speakers, of course, are at the forefront of driving change, right? Positive change in the world. And this is one thing we strongly promote at GirlTech Africa. My name is Lilian Iwedu, and I'll be your moderator for today. I have here with me Gift, who will be co-moderating with me. Hi, Gift. Please, can you quickly introduce yourself to the audience? Hello, Gifts. Can you hear me?
Everyone, my name is Gift Equal, and I will be co-moderating this session with Lillian. Nice to have you.
All right, thank you so much. And once again, I would say I'm so excited having these very strong and powerful ladies here with us who'll be telling us more about their experiences in the tech world, their journey so far, the challenges they have faced, the impact they have also created so far, and of course, the insights they are ready to share with us as we journey through this webinar. I would want this webinar to be very interactive, ask your questions, drop your questions using the chat box. We would want to hear from you. We want it to be more interactive. Use this time to network with your fellow, attendees here with us. We would like to know where you're joining us from. Kindly introduce yourself. Tell us what you do. And of course, if you have contact details to share with us about how we can reach you or get to know more about what you do, that would be nice, right? But before we delve into the main tea for today, which is engaging with these beautiful ladies, we would want you to know that GirlTech Africa is here to promote girls, to use technology to solve social problems, right, within their community. And for those of you that are willing to join the community, that GirlTech Africa, this is a community you would love to be a part of, and you would never regret being a part of this community. We would love to hear from you. We would love you to be with us. So a link will be shared in the comment section on how you can join the GirlTech Africa. Our admin will be doing that shortly. Please click on the link and you will be inducted into our honorable community. Once again, we are lucky and, of course, we're excited to have you with us, joining us from wherever you're joining us from. And we'll go deep into this conversation very soon. So, for starters, permit me to introduce our speakers that will be speaking with us here today. One of them is Hafsa Baba El Yakubu. She is the innovative mind behind Mahatech. So she's also a product manager and software developer shaping the tech industry. Welcome, Afsa. Afsa, please, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just say hello to the audience.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, all right. Nice to have you with us, Afsa. So just for starters, would like to know more about you, go into details about what you do, how you started your journey, the challenges so far, and of course, what inspired you, to go into tech? Because we know, or as they say, tech is a male-dominated, area. So what motivated you to go into this space? So I'd like to hear from you, Afsa. Over to you.
All right, then. Thank you for having me, first of all, and good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're joining us from. As introduced, my name is Hafsa Baba El Yakub, and I am the founder and CEO of Maha Technologies, a startup that is a tech-enabled recruitment agency focused on connecting pre-vetted tech talents with opportunities for growth, mostly focused on Nigeria for now. What else did you ask? I think you asked quite a couple of questions in one go. So let me try and remember.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. What inspired you to be a part of this tech, world? Like, what moved you into it?
Okay, so I am a computer science graduate from Ahmadu Bello University.
Hello,
What
Afsa.
inspired? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
Yeah. So I said I'm also a computer science graduate from Ahmed Dubel University, and what inspired me to pick computer science was actually my wanting to help. And so several reasons actually. Number one being I wanted to do something that in the end could get me a job. So of course, when looking for what to study, you look at the job prospects. And I, through research and talking to people, I knew computer science would do that. There were different options, different industries you can work in. So there were many opportunities with working with studying computer science. Second reason why I picked computer science was because initially, like many people, I wanted to study medicine. I wanted to be a medical doctor because I wanted to save lives. I wanted to make a difference. But then I found that I could do the same with computer science. So I was like, I don't need to be a doctor to save lives. I could be, I could do something bigger, more life changing. Not that being a doctor is not good, but I found that being a doctor wasn't really my thing either. And there were strengths that I had, like I'm stronger at solving problems with creative thinking than memorizing, for example. So I felt I could be, and also I enjoyed mathematics and computer science related subjects in school more than biology. So then computer science was a better fit. So that was how initially I started studying computer science. And my years at school, I got the exposure. I tried different things, and here I am today. Yeah.
Nice. That's great. That's great. So it kept me wondering, like, oh my God, like someone like me, I wanted to study computer engineering, but immediately I heard we have to deal with wires. That was the information I got. I ran away. So it's a lot for me now. I don't know if I'm regretting why I never studied it, but of course I'm still in the line. I'm more like a tech enthusiast, and I believe most of us have the same story here in Nigeria, most especially when you're going into a career and you're told that, oh, this is how it looks like. That just scares you away. But of course, I won't regret it. It's a learning phase and we're still there. That was a great insight, right? Thanks for sharing that with us, Afsir. All right. So our next speaker here with us is Mariam Lawan Guadabe. She is a Forbes 30 under 30 laureate and founder of Blue Sapphire Hub, right? She's a beacon for women and economic empowerment, and she's a mentor for startups. Nice to have you, Mariam. Can you hear me, please? Hi, Mariam. Can you kindly unmute yourself? You're muted.
Hello, Lillian.
Hi. Great to have you.
No, I'm not muted. I don't know what's I'm
Oh,
unmuted. Can you hear me now?
yes, I can. I can. Great to have you with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I was just having a brief introduction of our great speakers here with us, ladies ruling in tech.
Hello.
So, hello, can you hear me, please? Hi.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah, I can hear you. I guess the network is not friendly with us today. I don't know what's happening.
Hello.
Hi, Miriam. I can hear you, but it's breaking. Gifts, please. Can you hear her clearly? I don't know if it's from my end.
Yeah, I can't
Ah,
really.
it's
I think
breaking, right?
everything is bad. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All
Maybe
right.
she
So,
should just continue. She join us.
yeah. Hopefully, I guess when she can
Hello.
hear us. Yeah. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Miriam. All right. So, I really don't know what to do here, but of course, if you can maybe move away from the area where you are now and move to a better site, maybe that would help. Then you can just chat me up if you want to speak, so that I let you have the floor, so that we can quickly move
Oh,
on to Afsat.
I
Yeah,
think she's back.
question. All right, Hafsa, please, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, 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 I can. Loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. I think I'm good now.
Thank God.
So
All right then.
so
Okay. All right. So
I gave up on the camera.
right, that's fine. It's okay. All right. So we're just having a brief introduction about you, but we want you to go into detail, telling us about your journey. Why you started this journey. What motivated you? What has it been like for you in the tech space? Because you're female, and we all
Mm.
also know that people say it's a male-dominated area. Women shouldn't be found there. So what actually triggered you to be in this space? Would love to hear from you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for having me and being patient with the network today. It's not on my side. So I would say basically right from I was fortunate that during my younger age in the 90s I was fortunate to have access to a computer. So at that
Mm,
time I was so much interested in it, and I we play games and I'm curious. I used to make greeting cards and all that that you can do with the basic things that you can do with it. I would
yeah.
it's it's something that if my mom learned how to off the computer direct from the switch because I am so clingy to it. So that was like at that age. And after going to secondary school and graduating,
Hmm.
after graduating from high school, that I think that was the first major step when my dad actually said, okay, the next day after graduation, he said, Mariam, you're joining a computer school. I was so
Mm,
angry. All of my friends were sleeping at home, but for me, I have to wake up on the next day and go to a computer school. So I went there and I realized I was the only girl in class.
mm,
And come to think of it, I graduated from an Islamic school that we are all girls. So it was so uncomfortable for me to see
mm,
the other gender in the class. And
mm,
of course, I was so uncomfortable. So I was not even concentrating in class because I'm nervous. And you know how some people can be mischievous in class. They used to tease me and all that. They even give me a name, Kande, because I was the only girl in class and all that. So I was so uncomfortable. But then along the line, after some days, I think I now became friends with them. I adjusted, and I rekindled my passion for computing. And from there, so I after graduating from that school, I went for my degree, and it was software engineering. I think I was standing at the admissions office when someone met me and said, "What are you studying?" I said, "Software engineering." He said, "Man,
mm.
you're going to leave this course." And because you're going because no Nigerian has survived this course. I was like, what? He said, yes, no Nigerian has survived this course in this school. So I'm sure you're going to. So it's better even for you to even look for business admin than this computing course. So I took that as a challenge, and I said, I'm going to ace this thing, and I'm going to prove you wrong. Of course, it was very challenging.
Mm.
It's in a class with Chinese and in a class with all those people that have access to programming at an earlier stage. And but I did it. I was acing Java. Java was the course that kicks everyone out of software engineering, but I aced it. And from there,
Mm.
I began to support people in school, like, oh, you want to learn Java? I can help you. I can support you with your assignments. I can support you. So I was actually, and people, even people that are not within my school, that maybe friends and families that know, oh, Mariam knows how to do Java. Okay, she can help you. I tutor online. We used to go on
Wow.
Yahoo Messenger. Yahoo Messenger at that time, and I on my video, and I would tutor a few people that okay, we are in the same. Some of them are in the UK campus, some of them are in the Malaysian campus, and then I would tutor them. So at that time, after graduation, a few of family and friends knows about this my competence in Java, and they follow me home. So my sitting room became like a
Wow.
spot where people will come and be like, oh, in the afternoon. So my dad said, okay, Mariam, after your masters, if you ace your masters and get a distinction, I promise you, I would support you to set up something to be training people on this thing that you're passionate about. And from there, I took it, and I tried so hard. I could remember I did not have a life during my masters because I really wanted that thing so bad, and I got the distinction. So after getting the distinction on my
Mm.
graduation day, he said, "Okay, Mariam, you would have I will support you to start Blue Sapphire," and that was how I started Blue
Wow.
Sapphire. Of course, starting Blue Sapphire was just I started as a skill building, capacity building program in tech. But along the line, I realized not just tech, we need to bring in other skills. And that's how we started business development support. And people were building solutions, but they don't know what to do with it. We realized, oh, you need startup support programs to help them build innovation driven enterprises. And of course, we realize, oh, policy is also an issue. We can't we can't be training people and without an enabling environment. So we began to do a
Yeah.
policy advocacy to engage the government to know about, oh, there's this policy at the national level. How can you domesticate it in the state level and all this? And we conducted researches and all that. So that's so far. Long story short, Blue Sapphire
Yeah.
is 10 years this year, and we have supported
Mm.
quite a number of girls and a number of youth. A lot of people have gotten jobs nationally and internationally, all because of one giant stride that I took. And Alhamdulillah, we're
Mm.
here.
Nice, great, great, great. And I was actually giving a round of applause to your dad, right? I want to
Yeah.
say for that, and that was really great. That was really great. And I just wanted to
Mm,
clarify something. We talked
mm.
about the policy advocacy. So, are you a part of those who um, drove for the Startup Act?
Of course, yes, we are part of those that pushed for it. And we are still
Okay,
pushing for the
cool.
state domestication. We pushed for the national, and we are still part of those that are pushing for the state domestication at the moment.
Nice,
Mm,
nice. Thank you for sharing with us. And of course,
mm,
you've actually shared with us one of the challenges you faced, while
mm,
venturing into this. One I won't forget was you being the only lady in the midst of men or boys, or So that was really fascinating. Thank you so much. So Afsa, would like to know more about Mahatech, the space in which you operate in. Would like to know your company vision and the mission and how it has evolved, since inception.
Okay, then I guess in a way every startup or every organization has their own story, right? I was really
Yeah.
touched by Lucid Fires. I think I've heard it a few times before, but every time I
Mhm.
hear it, it's really inspiring. You start with something small and then it grows based on that passion and that drive you had from the very beginning. So from my end, for Maha, during school we started a club called STEM Quarters Club, um, 4 years back. It was a platform, a club for students to teach each other programming, to build projects together, to grow together, to support each other. We had classes, Java programming classes on weekends, web development classes on weekends. And it was open to students from different departments, different faculties. So I think that was the most exciting part. And many of us that you'll see students from art, students studying English, students from um, faculty of medicine working together, learning the basics, building projects together, and it was super exciting. And then I was one of the founders. I was co-founder and vice president for some time, and then I led as a club president towards the end of my undergrad years. And during that time, I had the opportunity of seeing the challenges that students face when breaking into the tech industry, and then you learn the fundamentals, but then the issues, the challenges you face before being job ready, before being getting landing that job, before getting the skill sets to be
Mm.
employable. And then from the other
Yeah.
end, I also noticed that as a community leader, I had the opportunity of interacting with um, company owners, asking me for recommendations from our community, people they can employ. And then when asking students from our community to send in their resumes wouldn't be put together well. They wouldn't be there. They had the passion, they had the drive, but they were not, what they had wasn't presentable enough to connect them to those opportunities. So that was what
Yeah.
inspired me to work with some amazing women, Khadija, Muhammad, and Fatima Yahya, to work on a solution, a platform that could help bridge that challenge, to bridge that gap in terms of challenges faced by both recruiters and talents, and to help create opportunities for them to grow. You'll find that there's a huge difference between the tech ecosystem in northern Nigeria and other parts of Nigeria, as you all know. And then we found that creating opportunities like this, connecting those learning the fundamentals from training facilities and the likes to opportunities that they can grow, gain experience, have the required skill sets. So that's what we're doing at Maha. So it's a tech-enabled recruitment agency. We get companies looking for tech talents, and then we pre-vet talents. We also we're working on an internship program, actually, where we work with training facilities to get their graduates and then to connect them with opportunities. Yeah, so basically, that's what we're up to.
Cool. Yeah, and how old is Mahatech now?
A year plus, actually. It feels like more, but yeah.
Wow, for so many of these achievements, that is nice. That is nice. Like, okay,
It's
cool.
been a
That
busy
means,
year.
yeah, you're into talent and of course skill building in different aspect. But okay, so let me ask Mariam this. So Mariam, how has it been, like what has been your major milestone so far, like over the last 10 years? Looking back at Blue Sapphire, you can say, wow, so was I actually involved in this, or did I do this, did I really do this, as a woman, so what has your major milestone been over the years?
So I think one of the major milestones that I've seen how I have motivated and inspired people in the ecosystem to actually the women in the ecosystem to start up something. And this is one of the major things. Now, when you look at the northern ecosystem, the giant hubs that are making the giant stride in the ecosystem are women led. And it's all because of one move that I've made. That is one. And when I look back, I one I did something. And another thing is I've seen how I've supported youth across the ecosystem to also gain employment. I've One of the things that really touches my heart is a message that I got on LinkedIn that said, "Oh, I am working at an Indian company now." And all I got the skill from Blue Sapphire, and I'm working
Mm.
at an Indian company now. And I responded to the message, "Oh, hello, when can you step into just inspire others?" And he stepped into Blue Sapphire, and now he has made it like upon himself. He's working remotely and making. He is like well established at the moment. So all these things that I see to get people to gain the skills that they can be able to become employed, that's fulfilling, and that's a milestone that we have achieved. And in the past 10 years, even the staff that have worked in Blue Sapphire now are making giant strides in various industries because of the mentorship and the support they have gotten within the ecosystem. Even if they leave Blue Sapphire, the support is still there, the friendship is still there. So it's more like a family oriented organization that we keep on connecting, and that support helps them to also thrive in their various adventures. So that's also a milestone that I've seen and we have achieved. We have trained over, at the moment, I can say we have trained about 2,000 people across various skills, right from the basics to advanced. And these people have been able to venture into various careers of life. And at the moment, I would say from last year to this year, we have supported about 500 women entrepreneurs who are leveraging on technology to build their businesses. So all these things are milestones that I can't really I am I am so fulfilled, and the achievement is let me just I can't find a word to actually really express myself about this, how fulfilling it is to see the success of Blue Sapphire in the past 10 years.
Now, what you said actually triggered a part of me when you talked about family. Like the business is more or less like a family-oriented kind of business. We have this so many stories, I must say, of employees, starting a job and leaving that same job, just within a year or 2 years, after maybe gaining some of the skills, and that's it. So I must say that they have job satisfaction even while they're there. And for those that have left, they still come back. And that is very, very fascinating. Now, for those of you may be asking, like, oh, Blue Sapphire, where is Blue Sapphire located? Can I get their training online, or must it be a physical training? Where are they located actually, so that I can actually contact them? Miriam, where are you located? Are you located in the US? Are you located in Nigeria?
Okay, yeah, Blue Sapphire is located in Kano State, Nigeria, but our programs actually we have footprints across 10 northern states. We do programs at the moment. We have a program in Jigawa State, and I think in the next month we would have a program in Katsina and Sokoto State. So we span across 10 northern states at the moment, but our physical facility is located in Kano State.
Nice, nice. Okay, what about you, Afsa? Where are you located?
We're also located in Nigeria, but all our programs are remote. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So far so good. Yes, you're in a business. What has the challenges been so far? Like, what are the key challenges? Have you been faced with so many stereotypes and bias, from people? What has it been like being in this space for you, Afsa?
Yeah, I think for me, it's not just about my year at Maha, but also the years before that, STEM Quarters Club, and then the different organizations I've worked with, the different experiences I've been able to get. So together, like for example, I worked with the British Council as community level trainer some months back. I worked with as a jury panelist with Pan Atlantic Development Center here in Kano for a competition some months back. So all these opportunities, volunteering for events, helping to host events, leading as a community level, as a community leader, and then starting my own company. The challenges, number one, would be people seeing you and thinking that you cannot do it, but you have to prove yourself from the very beginning. You have to, I think you can relate, right? People see you for the first time, they'll see, because I'm not that tall, and then people will see me in person, wait, what is happening? Is this the same Hafsa El Yakub? So I have to like carry myself in such a way that I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about.
How did you do it? How did you do it? Like, that's what I want to know. How?
Yeah, so we're getting there, I guess. So number one, I think it's also how you carry yourself. Try to be up to date, try to research, try to be confident. Confidence is very important. Being confident. If you're not confident, even if you know what you're talking about, even if you know what you're doing, if you're not confident, it won't give that air, you know. Another thing that I've learned, I think this is also maybe from the perspective of being a woman, a lady. You have a lot of responsibilities. You help at home, even if you're not married, you have responsibilities at home. You want to help. You have a social life, and then you're trying to build your career. So having that balance isn't easy as well. So it's something that you have to learn with time. As a student, you have to be able to manage your time, make sure you put your academics first, and then all these social activities that you had. For me, like from level 1 up to the time I was done with school, even with COVID, the ASU strikes and everything, I was very active throughout my years at school. But I was able to balance. I always put school first, and then I was able to still have meetings, still host events, still work on projects. Number 3, I think one of the major ways that I was able to do all that was also having a strong support system. I think that's important. I think Mariam mentioned having a community, supporting each other, having that family, and then having people from up, like her father telling her to study hard. That's motivation to study hard so that she could get the support she needed to start with Sapphire. So having that kind of support system is also very important. I was also fortunate to have a similar support from home. I think there was a time I had so many things on my plate. Like I was working with STEM Quitters Club. I was also volunteering for Enactus, and then I wanted to start Maha. And then my dad was like, "Wait, what are you doing? You have school and you're doing all this. You need to pick." So then I had to let go of some things, and then so having that reminder, having someone to tell you, "Okay, wait, maybe you need to slow down. That mentorship is also very important. You
Yeah.
cannot know everything. You learn on the go.
Mhm.
Another challenge, I think there are several challenges, but I think stopping at the major three, I think would be enough, right? For now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's so nice, nice, nice. All right, so interesting. When you talked about people look at you and like, the person I spoke to on the phone is quite different from who I'm seeing right now. Like, it threw me off balance. I'm a victim of it, and I've heard so many people saying, "Oh, you don't actually look like the person I spoke to." I said, "Oh, were you expecting to see a very fat woman and all of that?" So it's very, very shocking to actually see this. I'm not gonna say it's a challenge though, but I feel like what you just said, confidence matters a lot, and if you spit out what you know, I guess the respect you gain it instantly from this kind of people, and that's very, very true. Thank you for sharing that. Mariam, so how have you been able to embrace partnership and collaboration over the years, both with the public and the private sector? How has it been like? Have you been able to get through to this kind of institutions, and what's it like?
Well, I would say just like a partnership is key, you can't do it alone. And so when we started, it was quite challenging actually to get especially when it comes to government to listen to you at an early stage. It's very challenging. But then when you continue what you're doing and they begin to see the impact of what you're doing in the community, and people begin to speak about you, of course you get a listening ear, and they will give you an opportunity to engage them. So I see and of course membership. So what I did is I tried to the way to get through to partnership is actually I became a member of various associations, and that way it's helped me to actually connect with people. So even if I'm not partnering with them, but the people that I'm trying to partner with, and they can actually facilitate and support me with that. So I became a member of at that time nine, that is Nigerian Innovation Network, Mr. Bankole's organization. So it was actually very helpful at that time, and that it actually opened a lot of doors for me. And when ISN started, also we were part of the founding partners. So all this, I think, and at the moment also I joined the Northern Founders Community. So I think getting to be part of association would also help you to meet people and collaborate and do a lot of things together. And aside from that, in the ecosystem, in as much as sometimes it can be like, okay, oh, this one is my competitor because he's doing the things I'm doing. But one thing that I know is Kano is a very big market. Nigeria is very big, and you cannot say you can cater for everyone there. So everyone can have a slice of the cake, and we all
Yeah.
have the sweetness of it. We can enjoy it. We can have all the cake by ourselves. So, and that's also one of the things that I put at the back of my mind. So I support people. A lot of people that have started and they don't have spaces to do a lot of stuff. Something sometimes even similar to what I do. I give them, oh, come and use my facility and use it. So that kind of support at the along the line has actually opened a lot of opportunities, and will also give you an edge in the ecosystem. So of course, at early stage it was not easy, but along the line you would, when you push yourself and get to be part of communities and association, you'll be able to penetrate the market, get access to partnership with government and also NGOs and other players in the industry.
All right, that's nice. Thank you so much. All right, so my question to Afsa would be, uh, of course, we are still faced with this imbalance, of girls in tech. It's not enough. Up till now, we're still struggling to make sure that we address this issue, right? How can we make sure that there is this inclusion in all communities, regardless of your, social status, regardless of what you earn, regardless of your education, regardless of your gender? How can we address this issue of imbalance, most especially making sure that girls get involved more in the tech spaces? Hafsa.
I think to address that issue, we need to look at the reason why there is that imbalance. The reason why not many girls are passionate or interested in tech related fields. Like number one, not having role models in tech. You want to enter a class, you're seeing all boys, you feel like I will be out of place if I join. Those sort of things discourage girls from joining. But I think with time, we have people like Lillian, a tech enthusiast, joining the tech industry. We have Mariam Lawal Gaddafi to look up to. So I think with time, in just a matter of, it's actually already happening. We have platforms like GirlTech Africa, like this platform here. So many different NGOs, programs going on helping girls to join and to learn. So I think that's already something that's being addressed. Number two, lack of let's see. Mm, I think it's similar to the same. It's similar to the challenges that boys and generally youth face in less developed communities, like lack of access to stable electricity, a computer to learn with, facilities to join and be trained in. So I think having more of that would also increase and encourage more girls to join. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah. We can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear. So now
Yes.
looking at
Yeah. So that's
yeah, look at
number two, creating environments that support. Yeah.
okay. All
And
right.
yeah, so I think those are the major two. Yeah.
Right. But as it is today, right? Within the north, can you categorically say that yes, your girls are coming up, or they still need a lot of work to be done? In terms of that kind of inclusion. If you want to really assess, what would you say about the north ecosystem?
I think there's a huge difference from, let's say, Kano, for example. There's a huge difference, Kano today and Kano 5 years ago. Even though I didn't have much exposure to the tech community in Kano, let's say 5, 10 years ago, because I was more active in Kaduna Zaria, where my school was. But I think, like, for example, I had this very bad perception of Kano before. I used to feel like I heard stories about how their GDG Zaria events were very, not very active. Their tech communities weren't active. So I had this very bad perception of Kano before. And then I had the opportunity of working and joining Startup Kano for their British Council community level training program. So I was exposed. I got to meet different people. I also went to the event in Busafire for their I think they had an event for the startups they trained
Mm,
to pitch their ideas. So then I was like, wow, there's
mm,
actually a strong tech community here. I met graphic
yeah.
designers. I met people building solutions, working on ideas. I met different people, different levels of experience and skill set. I was so proud. And then I kept talking about how surprised I was. I was like, I thought Kano wasn't this advanced. So I think there's a huge difference from Kano
Yeah.
10 years ago. And I'm very excited that 10 years from now, Kano is likely to catch up or to be almost at the level of other parts of the country. Yeah.
Yeah, we're praying for that, really. And I can see that, in fact, most of my friends, like the northern friends, most of them are like speaking tech. It's like tech is not a new currency. I really don't know, but that's a very good one. It's a very good one. So I'm going to ask both of you this question. Now, having gone through these years of starting up, the challenges, the milestone, what is that one thing you wished you had learned? You've learned so a lot, right? And what is that one thing you would have been able to deploy if you had the chance to, like, turning back the hands of time? What is that one thing? Any of you can speak, please. Mariam has to.
Okay. Yeah. For me, if I had I when it comes to I wish I had focused on
Mhm.
is I think I would have focused on animation. I like animation
Anime.
so much. Animation. And I have understood that we have a lot of stories, interesting stories that are not yet being told. That if our kids get access to those stories, it will really be helpful to them. But then we don't have that strong animation ecosystem. So I think at the moment I wish that maybe at that time when I was learning programming, I also added that skill to myself, I would have maybe started something around animation. But still, it's not late. I would I am still I'm still looking into that. Even if I don't get chance to do it, maybe I would support others to do it and create an environment for them to do it. So I think that's one thing that if I have opportunity, I would have uh gone into that.
Nice.
No,
All
but
right.
still, no regrets. I love software engineering.
Nice. All right,
Mhm.
Afsa.
I think for me, if I were to have known some things before, I wouldn't have made some of the mistakes I made, which kind of defines who I am now. So in a way, there's nothing really I wish. There are things, so many things that I learned along the way that weren't so easy to learn from, challenges, mistakes that I made, but I don't regret it. I think it's what helped to
Tell it.
define the I am
Wanted
now.
to. We want some tea. Like what? What exactly is it? Like specifics.
Okay.
We want to tell us. Yeah.
Okay, like some mistakes I made. I think there were times when I wasn't sure the opportunities that were sort of a waste of time and those that would actually lead me closer to the end goal. So maybe I see different opportunities, scholarship, events, and then I keep applying and I keep trying to join. But sometimes it's important to prioritize, to have that balance. I wish I did that. I wish I didn't. I wish maybe I built more projects. Maybe in a way, I think I
Mm.
tried my best, but I don't know. I don't know. What else? What other mistake did I make? Having that focus, I guess. I tried so many different things. AR, data science, data this, software, web. I tried different things. Someone would have said focusing on one thing could have made me go really far in that one direction. But trying
Mm.
different things helped me to know which one best fit me. So yeah.
Great. And I just want to ask, just Claire, do you have any physical products as a tech professional? Do you have any physical products? Hafsa, Mariam, do you have any? The way we have the tech startup, trying to pitch a product that they've been able to develop and all of that. Do you have any?
I think from my end, there's a AR game application I built some months back. I think last year. It's an augmented reality game application to learn molecular chemistry, so you can see the molecules on game cards to learn. That's one. But then I think the real different, as a software developer, or anybody in the tech industry, when you build solutions, when you're trying to build on your tech skills, you build projects, even if they're not projects that you actually sell or you have people using. You build projects. So I
Mm.
think the software, the AR game app is my most proud achievement. I built different projects, but that one was the one I was most excited about. And I think Maha Tech's platform would be number one, since it's what we have customers and users using.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. What about Mariam? Do you have any?
Yeah, so I think in the last 10 years, I built an application for an assessment, quiz
Mm.
assessment. But yeah, so it uses your smart. So you get the way the application works is in a class, the teacher will just send the quiz and randomly pick a student, and then the questions will go to the phone of the students, and the students will answer the questions, and just like maybe trying to assess the whether they are catching the session or not. But after I ventured into this training people and managing the company, I stopped programming. And I think that's my biggest regret. I stopped
Ah,
programming. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I stopped programming because the business was so overwhelming managing it. And then I have to manage and I have to source for funding. I have to do a lot of things. And at that time you don't have enough money to actually do all or hire people to do all these things for you. So I have to choose one. And that's to sustain that investment that has been done. I have to
Yeah.
focus on the business side of things and get people skilled to actually run things. So I stopped programming. And I am
Nice.
really, really unhappy about it. If I remember that I stopped programming, I it gets to me sometimes, but then of course sometimes for leisure I just pick and just do maybe a little thing and then, oh, I still remember this thing, that's interesting, but then I haven't built any solution ever since last 10 years.
No, but funny enough, why
Mm,
I asked this question
mm,
was
mm,
to understand that even being like a tech professional or being in the ecotech space or solution space, I must say, it's not necessary for you to actually build a product or develop a product. Of course, you can be in the service industry, and prefer your service as an ecotech warrior. I must put that word, ecotech warrior. So, but that was why I asked. I really don't think it's a form of regret. You're actually solving a problem, right? Without you, I'm sure maybe some of these women or some of this youth or the people you have trained in the past wouldn't have been trained. So I think you're still solving a problem, and it shouldn't be a form of regret. And thank God you're actually doing that in your
mm.
leisure. And we're really
Yeah.
yeah, solidly behind you. So we're coming to a close for this discussion so far, and I must really extend my heartfelt gratitude to you ladies for being a part of this webinar. It's been interesting all the way, sharing your expertise, inspiring us with your stories, showing us that passion you have as a female founder or as a female in tech, because you've been able to solve problem. And these are the things we want to hear from GirlTech Africa, right? But before I let you go, I want you to give us a word of advice. What advice would you give the young girls that are interested in pursuing careers in the ecotech space? Yeah, Hafsa, please.
Okay. Research on what you want and try to just find out what you want and then list down and find out what you need to get there. You can make your research, you can Google, or you can just approach people that are already there and ask them,
Yeah.
okay, I want to be a cybersecurity expert. How do I get there? And then they can advise you, you can make that list. And then any opportunity, anything you're doing, anything
Cool.
you try to do should get you closer to that goal. Don't be distracted, learn something extra, just
Yeah.
focus on that end goal. So having that mentorship is also important. How to get a mentor, you don't need to be well connected or to have people in your family that are well educated. You can go to events, you can meet people that could serve as mentors. You can go online, you could approach people, you can chat
Mm.
people up. People like let's say Mariam Gwadabi are very approachable. Um, so
Yeah.
different communities, especially communities like Girl Tech, are also ways to get mentors apart from
Yeah.
mentorship, being focused, having those priorities. I think number three would be just being confident. Don't feel like that end goal is impossible for me. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not fortunate enough. That's not the case. There are so many people that are not that smart, but they are there
Mhm.
because they strive, because they believe in themselves. So I think that's also very important. Believing in yourself and then striving hard and then getting the help you need where you can get it. Yeah.
Nice, 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 nice. So, seeking mentorship, ask questions, and be confident, right? All right. So, Mariam, what about you?
So I would say that do not let anybody tell you that you can't make it in that field. Follow your dream. If you're passionate about it, you can do it. So don't let someone's failure be as a guide for you. Someone's failure, yes, you can learn from the mistakes, but then it shouldn't be that okay make you feel like okay you cannot do it because you couldn't do it. Just know that you can do it, and push harder, learn, read a lot. I advise people to read a lot, and also I sometimes even watching movies can motivate you. So
Mm.
watching movie is not something that would also hinder you from achieving your dreams. So watch movies to learn from there, and try to connect with people. Try to connect with
Nice.
people. Network a lot. Network a lot. Attend events. Attend events. Um, Meet people. Open up. People are approachable. You just need to know how to approach them and
Yeah.
ask them questions, engage them in conversations, seek for their support, meet people on LinkedIn, connect with them. And I think the sky is your starting point. You just need to do these things and you will be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve.
Thank you so, so much for that.
Mhm.
Network. Go out. Don't be at
Mm,
home. Yeah, we have a lot
yeah.
of men who are like, oh God, you see female founders or female founders in tech, they're always on solo, like working in silos, and you wonder why. It's only when you call for some events you see some of them creeping out. Of course, it's good for you to go out, meet like-minded individuals. Don't let anyone talk you down. And like Mariam said, read a lot, and this would help. Don't be on IG for hours, take some time out, read something and let that thing develop you. So so far so good. Thank you all for your conversation, and we can't underestimate the fact, that the future of ecotech is bright. And I want to say thank you for your dedication and the innovation thus far, from individuals like you. And I must say that this is a call to action for all of us to support and empower girls and women in pioneering sustainable solutions, and building a more resilient world. I must say, GirlTech Africa is all over social media. Kindly search for us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. We have a WhatsApp community. Join the community. Would love to have you. Would love to empower you. Would love you to meet with fellow tech founders or fellow girls in tech, where you can actually exchange ideas and, build your enterprise to the next level. On this note, I would like to say a very big thank you to you all for joining us, wherever you're joining us from. A big thank you to our speakers today. My co-moderator, Gifts, are you there? Let's hear from you, Gifts. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. It has been a very exciting session. I had a lot of fun, and I did learn a lot of things. It was nice getting to hear how these great women speak and I don't know interact. I learned a lot. Thank you so much for
All
this.
right. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Kit, for that. Thank you so much for joining us. And I want to plead for every one of us to carry on this momentum, carry it forward in our own communities, in our various society, or, no matter, even in your home, let's build this and, see how we thrive in technology. Once again, I want to say thank you all for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you in our next seminar. Oh, sorry, webinar. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Bye, Hafsa. Bye, Mariam. Thanks for joining.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.